Hello, and welcome to the Cryptocurrency News channel. Today we're going to talk about Vechain and why it's doing so badly right now. Vechain, with respect to how it's doing in 2019 in terms of USD, it's still up about 50-60%. It started at like 0.35 or 0.38 or something, and now it's at 0.53%. So it's still up on the year, but compared to Bitcoin, it's been doing really bad. And compared to a lot of other top 10 coins, it's actually not been doing so hot as well. The reason that VeChain has taken a dip in the last few months since the summit is because the summit was obviously a lot of hype, and they did actually announce Deloitte and other things there that we actually expected, but without the utilization needed to pump price up, obviously the price couldn't keep up in a depressed altcoin market. Has not been able to keep up with Bitcoin, and it's been kind of stuck around 0.5 to 0.6 cents for quite a while. Now, another big reason is that it really started losing Satoshi value after the Binance news. Yes, the Walmart news did pump it up some, but then it started losing again because of the Binance news. The exchange thing actually affects it more in the long, at least in the short, actually not in the long run, in the short run, than the utilization, because people are worried about liquidity. They're worried about they can't get their coins out, or they can't cash out their coins, or they'll lose their coins or something. Yes, I have done many videos about how VeChain's actually on Atomic Wallet, and you can do atomic swaps. But not everyone knows about that. There's a lot more people that are more familiar with Coinbase or Binance than Atomic Wallet. Sad, but yes, it is true. You can atomic swap, but the exchange thing is still a very big psychological factor. And in the short term, that's actually more important. Now, in the long term, people will figure out that you can actually have liquidity via Atomic Wallet. But in the short term, you can't have like a legit exchange doing VeChain unless you just don't do KYC, which a lot of people aren't willing to do because it's not US approved. And also, if you don't do KYC on exchange and they freeze your account, you really can't do anything because you can't verify yourself. So that's the issue with VeChain right now. I think that the exchange issue is still the main issue, plaguing it despite the atomic swaps. The other thing is, most alts have sucked compared to Bitcoin. So would I say buy it right now? I mean, I'm still accumulating right now. I think it's a pretty good price. But if you actually want to make short-term profits, I would just suggest Bitcoin and Bitcoin Cash right now, because those two seem to be keeping up a lot with the rest of the market. I mean, with those two seem to be rising the most, because Bitcoin Cash basically just rises with Bitcoin. Sometimes it's delayed by a day or two, but generally it goes up. I've noticed it follows Bitcoin much more closely than anything else. I mean, today it's lagging behind, but I bet tomorrow or the next day it's actually going to catch up with BTC. So we're nearing 12,000 right now, and like Bitcoin Cash, maybe Ethereum. I would actually say those are the coins that you should actually buy if you want short-term gains. VeChain right now is a much longer-term play, and it's made much more complicated despite all its partnerships by the U.S. exchange issue. Now, if they fix that exchange issue, I bet the coin would go up a lot, but I can't say when they'll actually fix it. It might be a few weeks, it might be a few months, it might be a year, who knows? So I'm not really sure about that. So if you're wondering why VeChain is actually doing so bad right now, it is because of the exchange issue. It is expanding in China, and there's two problems with it right now, because China doesn't have any exchanges on its mainland. So Chinese people can't. A lot of Chinese people don't really have any way to invest in it, and American people don't have any way to invest in it because once Binance goes offline. So the ratio actually might keep decreasing up until September 12th. Now, this might be like a reverse effect once September 12th actually arises. You know how people actually usually, when there's a big event coming up, people usually FOMO in up to the event. When there's like a big event that people are afraid of, it might drop down until that event, and then after that event, it might actually level out or go up. So unless you know some big announcement, or you're hoping for some big announcement from VeChain before September 12th, it might be good to actually just keep your money in Bitcoin Cash, or Ethereum right now if you're interested in VeChain until September 12th. I've actually been telling people to for the last month and a half to actually keep about at least 50% of your holdings in Bitcoin anyways, because I do believe that the altcoins will go up, but Bitcoin might need to hit 20,000 first before anything significant happens with altcoin. So that's my view on it today. That's kind of my explanation why Vechain is still suffering right now, and that's why it might suffer for another month or so, up until September 12th, and we'll have to see how that goes. Now, if you know there's some incredible announcement coming up for Vechain, feel free to share. Feel free to share if you can confirm it, and feel free to hold on to your coins. I'm holding on to the VeChain I have now, but I'm not buying any more until we get closer to September 12th and see where the price ends up being. I might miss something if they announce something big, but I don't know about the likelihood of them announcing something big within the next month. So I'm probably just going to keep my money and keep what Bitcoin I have in Bitcoin and not actually diversify out into VeChain and other alts until around that date. And then I'll probably buy some more VeChain because it actually might be less Satoshi then. I don't know where the bottom is in terms of Satoshi value for VeChain. So right now I'm going to wait until that September 12th drop-off date and then see what happens then. I think once that actually happens and people realize there's other ways you can actually obtain liquidity, it might actually get a little bit better. But right now, I think that's the fear that's actually making VeChain drop in Satoshi value, and I don't think they're going to fix it within a month. So that is my overall thoughts. I'm still bullish on VeChain in the long term, but looking for short-term profits, I would say Bitcoin, Ethereum, Bitcoin Cash. So that is the news for today. Let me know what you think. Thank you, and have a nice day.